Greetings, my friends, I'm Dee, and today we're gonna talk about Turning Red, a cartoon that divided the internet. Well, actually no, there are just people that don't like cartoons like that, and people that love all of it. What's the problem? I don't get it. It's a good cartoon with good jokes, some adult themes, you either like it or not, that's it. On the other hand, I just can point out that Turning Red is visibly made for female audience. So you shouldn't be surprised that men might not like it. I'm sorry, there are too many videos about it. The cartoon itself is cool. It's a very kind cartoon, but it has some cringy moments. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. Though I do have one concern. These freaking anime eyes with stars everywhere right in my face. Of course, one time it's cute, 2 times it's kinda dumb. 3 times is annoying, but it doesn't really matter. It's the most recent Pixar cartoon, which been dropped right on Disney+, which Pixar are not happy about. The cartoon already has its haters and fans, so I think we can say that fanbase is very divided. It's notable for its non-kids friendly themes, even though the story is about a kid. The entire cartoon is a metaphor for puberty, and this kinda obvious. I mean, Pixar already made Inside Out, which was about psychological changes when growing up. But this time is about physical changes in a girl's body. I won't get into much details, and I think that's why it was kind of cringy. And about a day after, I realized I was feeling this way because I'm not who this cartoon was made for, which is why I got strange feelings about it overall. There are a lot of analogies, like the red days of the calendar, and if you are not the target audience, you will get bored fairly quickly. And some people will be angry that it's not that just some dummy comedy, but get fed up with some stuff built on harmonies, girls growing up and other stuff. And that's why it got a fair amount of haters, who just didn't really like something button there. And what about cartoon itself? Turning Red brings us back to ancient times of 2002. Jesus Christ, how long it has been. No smartphones, popular boys bands and other stuff of those years. The story is about a Chinese family living in Canada. It keeps its family shrine in place and all of that, which, by the way, I like a lot. The family has a teeny tiny secret, that being family members being able to transform into huge red pandas. It's all begun with their ancient granny, which asked the gods for such power. It was convenient to protect themselves in medieval ages, in ancient times. But you can guess that in modern world, you don't need to transform and kill an animal to survive. So it kinda became a problem. Judging by how they transform, they're kinda similar to Hulk. But can we just talk about how the heck did Mom go through all of it? I mean, we've seen May transform into panda quite a lot, but so can we assume that her mom did they often too? But how it's possible, considering her panda self is 20-story building size Godzilla? Well, some questions may never be answered. The design for panda is very good. Well, I mean, Pixar just can't make something look unnatural. You can practically feel the fluffiness and softness by just watching, but personally that's a bit too much. Of course, the metaphors for growing up are present at the start of the film, but farther into the movie, it's moved aside for a bigger problem. Pixar classics parents issues. May has a problem with her mom, that being her mom trying to make her perfect, and doesn't give any free time and whatsoever, doesn't notice her daughter's desires and hobbies. Eventually, May starts lying to her mom, and at some point almost hating her. That moment, by the way, writers did very well. Even I, watching the movie, got frustrated at this lady. Jeez, look at her. Her behavior was just so frustrating. Apart from that, kids having troubles with their parents is a real thing. Stereotype. And even though it's a stereotype well known, writers still pull it off somehow, for which I can congratulate them. At some point, the conflict goes to the critical point, and then we got some action. It's not the best I have seen, but it couldn't be worse. But I have one question. How did 5 pandas carry a stadium-sized monstrosity? I mean, of course, the power of family and all of that. But it just bothers me a little. Apart from that and twerking 30-year-old panda, final sequence was great. The movie has a lot of jokes and funny moments. Especially I got point out the face mimics, as it already became the memes. That's cause animators were giving 3D animation 2D expression, and the other methods from Vive 2D animation, for the most part in the faces. them being quotes ones, some cringy ones that want to squeeze a laugh out of you, and sometimes they succeed. For example, artists can 100% agree that they make such faces when they draw. Yes, it's real. But generally, I like this movie. Not the best I've seen, but I didn't completely waste my time watching it. I think the mothers and daughters, and then mothers and grandmothers conflict, are shown very well here. But then, during the editing, it finally got to me. The grannies and moms conflict wasn't shown to us, but Granny did have a scar on her face, which can be assumed to be made during their conflict, probably linked to how grannies didn't like the dead. As you can see, there are a lot of moments is hidden in the background, which is very cool, and I like it. I personally think that this movie is completely family-friendly. Heck, it could as well help someone with their family problems. Lastly, the movie is great, but I'm gonna recommend this one especially for a women audience, as you will probably not cringe. Well, don't forget to annihilate the subscribe button, because I really need it. I want to make more videos for you. So please like, comment and subscribe, and see you soon!